Hi, welcome to a new vlog and me being absolutely exasperated. I'm not even halfway around the town yet, and the amount of people who seem to have a death wish or want to be involved in car crashes or want to get ran over is quite ridiculous. I feel like I am extra sensitive today, for want of a better word, because it is taking my period, and I know I can't use that as an excuse for everything, and I'm trying really hard to be mindful and aware that I will be feeling extra sensitive literally because of the hormones and whatever, but I also feel like today I am being challenged a bit, to put it mildly. I kind of feel like I'm going back to that feeling of like feeling like I have to ask permission for stuff, or to do things, or to feel like I need validation from other people. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, I am 37 years old. I'm my own boss. I shouldn't need to feel like I need other people's approval, but at the same time, it's just a really horrible feeling. And I need to not cry right now, because it's a positive thing. I'm on the way to the secret garden in Kilmarnock. I met up, oh god, those horses. I met up with Nikki and Lucy last week, and they want to start offering like a White Rabbit skincare facial. So if you don't know, I need to I don't have my words today. I have to keep reminding myself to say, in case this is the first time you're watching one of these vlogs or whatever, but I'm Melanie, firstly, hello. But also I have got a skincare business, White Rabbit Skincare, and I'm also a personal trainer and a health coach. And I'm on my way to, after I drop the products off at the Secret Garden, who are wanting to offer an entirely like a White Rabbit skincare facial using only White Rabbit products. So I'm on my way to drop them off, and then I've got a PT client. I'll be honest, it's not ideal, because back in the day when I was trying to scope out my week, my main PT days were meant to be Monday and Friday and like a Wednesday evening, but my client Alison she works Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she can only do Tuesdays, Thursdays. So as I say, it's not ideal, and I always find like when I have to do things in the morning, it kind of takes away, and then I'm coming home, no I'm not having to, I get to, but I'm coming home and then I have to go, right, I'm just going to park here because I'm never going to get parked there. I'm parked in the Bible study Christian bookshop car park. But anyway, I'm running in. If I get the chance to vlog some bits, then I will. Bye. Lisa, I'm eating crisps again. I don't know what it is, but I feel so nauseous this month on my period. I know I can't. Accountability of how are we going to? I can't be pregnant because I've got my period. You need to have sex in order to get pregnant. But I have just dropped products off at Sororities. If you are in Dunlop or Ayrshire, then definitely have a wee nosy. I think I'm going to stop back in Sturton and get a coffee before I go home and get on with some admin bits. My cramps are really bad today as well. I'm thinking it might call for an afternoon on the sofa office. And then I'll be pulling cards for what is coming into your reality as well. So that's like future-based cards, and yeah, I'll let you know anything else that I pick up along the way as well. So harmony, some balance within. You're also being called to ground, to connect with your guides, to script your future self, more again. So yeah, just let it grow. And if you feel that, hello. Guess who forgot to take the vlog camera with them earlier? Me. I had Jen's PT and she completely smashed it, and I'm so proud of her. And she's gaining, so many wins are happening for her right now, it's amazing. And then I wasn't intending on training, but I actually ended up training. I wrote myself out a new pull session, so that's like back and biceps, and I had a really good session. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised about how I look. I don't know if you can see that. There's still some muscle under there somewhere. It's now like 10 to 9 because I decided to do some steps as well. Oh, excuse me. What? Say hi to the vlog. Excuse me. Young man. Say hi. Good morning. It's actually still morning, although it's 20 to 12. I have just been to get a bucket of coffee and now I am on the way to Stewarton. I feel like I spend 90% of my life there now. But I am getting part of my tattoo on my arm worked on. Sadly, I was kind of hoping when I originally booked it that we would get the full thing done, but then Corey messaged a couple of weeks ago to say that she's now got a dentist appointment this afternoon, so we've only got a couple of hours. If I'm honest, I was a bit like, could we have not gone in earlier, but hey ho, it's her that's losing out on the money. So I think we're just going to be doing the tentacles, like the suckers on the octopus, and then hopefully next time it'll be the mermaid and that'll be it finally done, because that'll be 4 sittings I've had on it. And then I have got Laura's PT at 4, India, who's my prenatal client, at 5, and Jen again at 6:30. I wouldn't normally have, so I had Jen in last night. I wouldn't normally have or suggest 2 PT sessions back to back, especially when it's their full body session she's doing, but it's just the way this week worked out. We're doing it that way. I feel like such a child in the sense of I texted mum there because she's at our, it's Wednesday, so she's at our coffee morning, one of our many outings that she has, and I was like, hi mum, I will not be there, I'm going to get my tattoo worked on, blah blah blah. And I was so nervous about sending it, and I'm like, Melanie, you are 37 years old, you have complete autonomy over your own body, this is not the first tattoo you've ever got. A bit like drinking, I find people's attitudes when it comes towards tattoos really interesting and quite frankly quite rude. So I often get, mainly from my family if I'm honest, the whole I don't like tattoos, and I'm like, good for you, but I do, and it's my body. Me getting a tattoo isn't hurting you, so I hate this roundabout. I was reading something yesterday that said, it was talking about, I can't remember the exact wording because you know what I'm like, but it was saying something about being triggered, and being triggered shouldn't really be a thing because it's up to you how you react, or more importantly respond to something. So, and what is it Wayne Dyer used to say? Nobody knows enough to be a pessimist. So if you find yourself, as I do quite a lot recently, if you find yourself reacting or being triggered to something, it is a choice you are making to be that way. And this morning, while I was standing waiting on my coffee being made, I was scrolling through, and it's a social media account I follow, and she was talking about, I can't remember the exact ins and out, but basically what she had stopped doing or started doing or whatever in order to, she's on she makes 250k a year, and she then broke it down to, I think she said she makes 15 to 20 grand on average a month, and immediately I could feel the triggeredness coming out in me. I find it quite interesting in myself because I think it harps back to the generational attitudes of talking about money as rude or shouldn't be, it's not ladylike, it shouldn't be talked about. So I find it interesting my reaction when people say how much they're making in a month, when in my head, I'm like, no, people should be talking about this and blah blah blah. But I think it links back to the fact, that whole jealousy aspect, where because that's where I want to be and I'm not there. Like these feelings come up. So I'm trying to say to myself, well, if other people can do it, then why not you? And why not me? I think it's just because at the minute I feel like there's a bit of a gulf between where I am and where I want to be, and I feel like I've been stuck at this point for quite a while. Don't get me wrong, I remember when for a while, like, I was doing, or White Rabbit was doing like maybe like £5,000 a month, and I remember that 10,000 was like a stretch goal for me. And generally speaking, although the last kind of couple of months with everything that's been going on, it's taken a bit of a dip, but generally speaking, my average, or White Rabbit's average monthly turnover is about 10,000. But again, that's not where I want to be. And I remember speaking to, if you've been kind of watching my vlogs regularly, there was it back in the summer when I was doing some work with Ian McDonald, who's like a kind of finance consultant that I'd got through the Business Gateway. And he had said that there's no reason why 20,000 couldn't be never mind like my kind of like stretch goal, like there's no reason why it couldn't be my sort of new minimum, and like 30 would be like the stretch as such. But I just find myself thinking, or wondering, when's that going to happen? And even like when I had my last like monthly mentor call with Les and Lorraine, I said to them, like, we're now in September and I do not want us to be sitting in 12 months time, me sitting in my kitchen complaining about the same old in the same situation. I don't know. Well, look where I am. Oh, and I've got no battery. I'm only in getting cat food anyway. Good afternoon from me and my little friend. It is Thursday. Put this wire away for a chocolate. Oh god, I've made that too big, that's not going to fit in. Let's see. So this morning I had a call with Matt and Marcus from Glass, who are the email marketing company that has been helping me with my email marketing over the last couple of months. And I have to say, if you are looking for such a company, I 10 out of 10 recommend them, not only for their skills, but as I'll explain in a minute, their personal skills as well, I want to say. If you're wondering what the noise in the background is, it's black screen, but it's the subliminals. Anyway, basically, long story short, they have acknowledged that my business sales aren't quite where I want them to be yet. And from a moral point of view, they actually said that they couldn't justify charging me for the service when they know that I'm not paying myself in full every single month. If I'm honest, I haven't paid myself since about May, June time. Not in full, and I'm laughing, but I know it's not funny. But as a side note, as a way of helping my nervous system, a little kind of project that I'm working through is I'm now every single day paying myself a percentage of the sales that come in to show my nervous system and my subconscious and me that it's safe for me to put myself first. Anyway, so yeah, we had that conversation, and I said to them, like, I can't believe how I just really appreciate it, and I'm really grateful, because I don't think there's many companies that would do that. So that was that. And then I have actually just been, I'm technically meant to be on my lunch break, noodles. I had some vegan chicken pieces a minute ago. But I haven't picked this book up in a long time, because there's a lot of like journal prompts and stuff that you need to work through. But I have been doing a little scrapbook exercise, I suppose you could say. So one of the things that it talks about in the Big Leap book is upper limit problems. So I decided to, rather than write it out, print mine out, and then it then asks you questions about your zone of genius. So the first question is what I most love to do. Second question is what do I love to do that doesn't seem like work, and then I think there's 2 other questions. So I'm just going to put them in my thing that I don't really know what it is yet, but I want it to be like my kind of planner eventually. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then I need to update the website theme actually. I don't know why I'm showing you this. And then I do want to, so I can get out of the house, I want to go for a wee walk and go and do some work at Special Cart, I think, because I've got a ton of emails to get through again. And I kind of want a nap. First world problems. I've just made a bit of an observation about myself. I realise that I'm constantly saying to myself, you're not working hard enough, you're not doing enough, you should be doing this, that and the next thing. Then I had to stop and remind myself that I have 2, technically 3 and a bit jobs if you count if you separate my health coaching out from like personal training, and also if you factor in the like independent travel agent stuff that I've been doing, because I've had a couple of people message me today asking for like a holiday search, and then one of them has already got a booking for me and she's asking about like check-in stuff and whatever. So I do know that I need to stop being so hard on myself, and also I appreciate that I'm probably confusing the universe, because I always say to the universe, or it's one of my goals, where I only want to be working for like a few hours a day, like a couple of times a week. And I suppose technically that is happening in the sense of I don't work, well, not so much the a couple of days a week part, but in the sense of like I don't do a 9 to 5, and by the time I start work it's probably about 11 in the morning, depending on what day it is and if I've got PT clients and whatever. So I can appreciate how I might be confusing the universe a bit, whilst confusing myself at the same time and giving myself a hard time. That was just my little light bulb moment about myself that I've realised. But I could feel the old anxiety kicking in, because I was trying to do the Shopify website theme things and I couldn't get it to work. And I could feel the old feelings of, or thoughts of, you're rubbish, you can't do anything, you've got too much to do, you're never going to manage this all by yourself, all that crap. So I'm just walking down and moving the energy, moving location, and I'll be fine. Hello. It's Friday and my anxiety is like level 100. Like, it's actually like giving me a dodgy stomach and everything. And I'm sitting out in my car partly because, well, I'm going to be training shortly, so it's a big lorry. I'm having something to eat, or going to make myself have something to eat. But I kind of wanted to remove myself because I was finding there is a new person started at the gym. I don't know if she's going to be like working in there or if she's just doing what I'm doing, which is like PTing and then going and whatever. And I feel really bad because, how do I describe this? Like, I'm struggling to be nice to her. That sounds awful, but like, I got in this morning and already I was feeling a bit harassed because Cam, God love her, had done her thing of her sessions meant to be at 12:30. She had already phoned me at like, it was 11:11, that's how I remember it. She'd phoned me at 11:11 and then God knows what time she was here, and then when I pulled up, I looked over and she's literally standing at the door, like with the door open, like waiting on me, and Kirsty was like, oh, she's been waiting ages and she's been waiting at the door for you. And I know she can't help it because that's just who she is. And so firstly, I was trying to remind myself, like, don't be like snappy, like to Kim or whatever. And then I got in and Gary was like showing this new person round the gym, and he kind of briefly introduced us, and immediately the only way I can be feeling, not because of anything that she did, she's done absolutely nothing wrong, but it's like that I literally felt, or I feel poisonous, like I feel horrible, and I just said hello, but I couldn't bring myself to, I should really have like asked about her, like what, like her background and whatever, but I just couldn't, and I can't, like, and she's still in there now, like I think I don't know if, as I say, I don't know if she's working, she was training, so I don't know what's happening. But I'm in that mood, I don't want to talk to anyone today, and even like, Gary and I were talking about something else, absolutely, completely different situation, and he was saying how, like, he was talking about different people that have worked in the gym, and then, I mean, there's like Kirsty, who's like, she's like a Labrador puppy in human form, like she's so friendly and like talks to absolutely everyone. And then there's like Bryson, who's very quiet and reserved, and Gary was like, and with you, you're a bit like that until you get to know people, you're very quiet and reserved. And I do worry that I don't want to come across as rude. But yeah, I know I sound ridiculous saying this, and I can't even describe the feeling. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know, I think I'm like overtired because I had a terrible night's sleep last night. I couldn't get to sleep for absolutely ages. My Aura ring is saying that there's signs of something straining my body. As I say, dodgy stomach, like my stomach's like a washing machine. I just feel horrible right now. I don't know if it's because it's a full moon. I don't know if it's because I'm at the end of my period. I don't know. Probably all of the above. Oh, talking about my Aura ring though, I was quite pleased yesterday because I decided to message them because I've noticed that it's not even lasting like 24 hours anymore. It used to literally last about 5 days on a single charge. I mean, I have had it, maybe 3 years or so, 2-3 years, maybe even longer than that. Can't remember. Anyway, I messaged them and they were able to run like some sort of like diagnostic check on it, and they confirmed that yes, there's something wrong with the battery in it, so they're sending me a brand new one out free of charge, which I think is brilliant, because it's actually getting, even from yesterday when I spoke to them, it's getting even less. So I'd charged it last night before I went to bed, and then already this morning it had said that it's only got like not even half a day left, so I definitely need a new one. But I thought that was very good customer service. Anywho, I'm going to go and watch a YouTube on books or something, like a book haul or something that doesn't really require me to think about anything. It was so nice this morning because I met up with Karen and Lisa, who I had went to school with, secondary school with, and I got to meet Lisa's new wee baby Frankie. She's absolutely gorgeous, and she's that because she was born, was it the 28th of June? End of June time, anyway. So she's that way where she's like a wee chunk, and she's like solid, she's like a wee hot water bottle. And she was a wee smiley thing, so that was lovely. But yeah, onwards and upwards. There's a lot of heaviness today. I just happened to be on Instagram and there's this page I follow in America, and they like rescue, like wolves and animals, and they had to get one of the wolves put down, and it showed you that like the vets always take like a paw print, and it just reminded me so much of Poppy. I had a Springer Spaniel with my ex, and we had to get her to put to sleep, and it was we were there with her when she went. But sometimes things like that just bring it back, and it just seems really a lot. And then I was talking to my mum about this earlier. I don't understand why. So when I met up with my friends Lisa and Karen this morning, they were saying that Sam, who was my friend Joe who passed away, he's her husband, and he's now got a new partner, and I don't understand why, but it's really, really, really upset me. I mean, I'm happy for Sam, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that Joe would have spoken to him before she went and told him to find someone else. But for some reason it's just really, it's like she's been replaced. And she's only been gone for 2 years. And I can't even explain why it's upset me so much. It's not even any of my business. Good boy. Hello, welcome to Saturday pre-evening, as Sheldon would call it. So late afternoon, early evening, 10 to 5. I had Pilates this morning and really, really struggled because I've got another migraine, and well, it didn't help that I didn't have any breakfast because I wasn't hungry at all. So I had Pilates, and then I went down to Urban because I was originally meant to be getting my eyebrows done and my toes. I just got my toes done because I was just feeling rubbish. So I came home and spent a couple of hours lying on the sofa. I did manage to get a bit of a nap, and I'm feeling slightly better now, but I just wanted to, I've got a ton of clothes that I want to get listed on Vinted, so I have been doing that with some tea. And then I'd started looking for a holiday from Uncle Paul last night, but the system wasn't working, so I'll maybe do that, or I might start editing for you will be last week's vlog. We'll see. I'm so annoyed at myself that I struggle to do nothing. I was literally lying on the sofa twiddling my thumbs. I did watch an episode of The Rings of Power on Amazon Prime. Dad and I had started watching it, and then I can't remember what happened, but I decided to go back to the beginning. But they're quite long, they're like an hour, on average they're about an hour long. Why was I telling you that story? Can't remember. Anyway, right, I'm going to get back. I've only got a few more bits to do, upload wise. Inconveniently, Harry is lying on. I can't bother flipping the thing on. Harry is lying on my pile of stuff that I am uploading. So I'll need to, if I sell any of it, I'll need to go over with a roller thing. I don't know what I would call this kind of jacket. A trench coat? Good morning. Well, it's now afternoon, 20 past 12. Guess who had a 9.5 hour sleep last night? Me. And I've had a super chilled morning. I haven't actually had my breakfast yet, so I'm intermittent fasting without, inadvertently intermittent fasting. But I actually sat and journaled for a while and read through a lot of my older journal entries and kind of reread them, because there was some of them I'd actually forgotten about. And I have also just filmed a video because I need to start going through I need to start going through all my products and creating individual like ad content or creatives or whatever you call it for each one. But I am going to, excuse me, I'm going to go for a shower. No, I'm going to make my no, what one is this? Rainbow dust. I'm going to make my rainbow dust first. It's very dark this morning, it's kind of been raining and I've got a washing out. This is the OG. Remember, if you're thinking about trying it, you can always ask me any questions you might got. It's basically a mushroom adaptogen blend. It's meant to be an alternative to coffee. I still have coffee, but I like this because it tastes like hot chocolate. And if you use Space Good Society 20, you'll get 20% off your first order. Just FYI. But I usually make it with a splash of syrup. I've also had this morning, while I was journaling, I made some of my ceremonial cacao. That's what these post-its are for. It's my little, while I'm making the cacao, it's my little ritual. What I say to myself at each step. Oh crap, that could have been a disaster. I also have already sold a few items on Vinted, which is good. I'll need to go and get postage bags for them. I can actually feel the kind of time panic anxiety starting to come on me. It probably doesn't help that I've not had any tea yet, but I can feel that way where I'm like, oh, it's 12:21, oh, angel number, and also I can't really be bothered, but it was Gary at the gym's birthday on Friday and he's having a fun day up at the gym. It was meant to be outside, but because it's not very nice weather, I saw in the stories they're having it at Dynamite Dance, and I don't particularly want to go, but I'm thinking I'll go and show face, get a coffee because there's a coffee stand there or something, and then I'll go and do my food shop just to say I've been. So I popped in to see to the fun day and promptly lasted 5 minutes because they were playing dodgeball and there was balls flying absolutely everywhere, so that was a hard no for me. I'm just going to have a look in Forgotten Worlds now. Ta-da. Guess what flavour of kiss I got? Seaweed. These are either going to be really, oh wow, they smell strong. These are going to be really nice or really not. I can't really taste the seaweed, to be honest. I mean, you can see it's on there. Thank goodness they're edible. Ah! Hello, guess what time it is? Time for me to close this vlog off, so I do it before tomorrow. I am just about to sort out some of the Vinted items that I've sold, finish off my Astro Dust hot chocolate and get into bed. Tomorrow I am heading to Stewarton to go to Flourish Holistics because Deborah and I are doing like a joint, what would you call it, content thing. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I've got a rough plan of the kind of things I'd like to get, but we'll see how it goes. If I get the chance, I'll vlog bits, so you might see that in the next one. I don't know. Anyway, that was a ramble. Thank you for watching and supporting me and letting me have this as a safe space, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!